Good afternoon, Chairman Gallego, Ranking Member Cook, and honorable members of the Subcommittee for Indigenous People of the United States. My name is Ervin Carlson, and I'm a member of the Blackfeet Nation and president of the InterTribal Buffalo Council. I'm here today to respectfully urge passage of H.R. 5153, the Indian Buffalo Management Act, to create a permanent tribal buffalo restoration and management program within the Department of the Interior. Buffalo are sacred to American Indians. Historical records indicate that American Indians relied heavily on buffalo for survival. Buffalo provided us food, shelter, clothing, and essential tools. In the early 1800s, the buffalo population in North America exceeded 30 million, and the American Indian population was near 7 million. The military systematically eliminated buffalo to eliminate Indians. In addition, westward expansion and the greed of non-Indian buffalo hunters reduced the buffalo population to 500 and the Indian population to 250,000 by the turn of the century. With confinement of Indians to reservation lands, Indians had lost their primary food source, lifestyle, and independence. In 1991, a handful of Indian tribes organized the InterTribal Bison Cooperative to begin restoration of buffalo to Indian tribes. In 2009, ITBC petitioned for and was granted a federal charter by the Secretary of the Interior. Today, the ITBC is comprised of 69 tribes across 19 states with 55 buffalo herds, collectively the largest herd in the United States. ITBC has received federal appropriations since 1992 in the form of earmarks, inclusion in the President's budget, or through DOI administrative action. ITBC has entered into a 638 contract for funding for the last 8 years, illustrating that Indian buffalo management is now a recurring program. However, each year funding remains uncertain and at the discretion of DOI and the BIA. The Fort Laramie Treaty of 1868 guaranteed tribes access to buffalo, so long as buffalo may range. Unfortunately, like many other treaty provisions, the federal government has failed to live up to this promise. However, adoption of the Indian Buffalo Management Act provides an opportunity for the federal government to honor this treaty provision, similar to the commitment to tribal fish commissions. The language is well-known in the well-known Bolt decision that declared the security of Indian fishing rights a trust obligation actually mandates that American Indians have a right to traditional foods, including buffalo. ITBC seeks a federal government commitment for tribes to restore, manage, and consume buffalo, similar to the commitment to tribal fish commissions. Fish commissions presently receive approximately 100 times the federal funding that has been provided to ITBC for buffalo restoration. Adoption of the Indian Buffalo Management Act will authorize an appropriation for funding for tribal buffalo restoration and management. The Act and an increase in funding will enhance ITBC's herd development grants to tribes to enhance tribal infrastructure, including job creation, fencing, corrals, handling facilities, and supplemental feed, all to provide buffalo to a larger segment of the Indian community. The Act will also allow ITBC to enhance technical services to tribes, create marketing opportunities, and for ITBC to serve as a more meaningful partner with other federal agencies in the national buffalo management issues. We are honored to have the support from the National Congress of American Indians, various buffalo support organizations, numerous NGOs, and conservation organizations who are all dedicated to conservation of buffalo. For tribes, the restoration of buffalo signifies much more than simply conservation of the national mammal. Tribes restore buffalo to counteract the near extinction that was similar to the tragic history of the American Indians. The killing of the buffalo was an effort to exterminate the Indians. However, buffalo survived and the Indians are still here. Now we need this act for Buffalo to again provide food and economic opportunities for Indian tribes. In closing, I would like to thank the Dean, Representative Don Young, and along with Tom Cole and Deb Holland for introducing the Indian Buffalo Management Act, and Norma Torres for also co-sponsoring the bill. ITBC and its member tribes have worked tirelessly for many years for introduction of the IBMA, and today's hearing is historic and one that we and our members will not forget, and we thank you.